Ever wanted to make a simple inventory system, but most of the videos took like 40
Bruh.
minutes? Not this one. Here's how to make a basic inventory system with selling in 4 minutes. Make sure you have a folder of your items in replicated storage, a remote event if you're adding selling. The items have a price attribute. When the items are given to the player, make sure they have an amount attribute. A folder inside the player for the items. Your GUI has a cell frame for selling, a templates folder with a slot template that has a viewport frame, 2 text labels for the item name and stack amount. Add a local script into the GUI and a module inside that local script. Now for the scripting. I'ma break this up into chunks, so pause if you need. Get the services, the event, the folders with items, your GUI stuff, and your variables. Now for the helper functions. There are 4 of them. This one will find the part by its name. This function, which is the longest, is just to display the item in the viewport frame. This function is to count the amount of a part. And this last one is mostly for the sell mode, but basically selection of the slot. Now for the main stuff. Starting off, we will make a function that will update the slot based on the amount of a part. Here is the full version of it. I'll pause for a few seconds before moving on so you can copy it down. The next one is for removing the slot if the amount of a part is less than 1. The last main one is just to listen for any item entering or leaving the player's items folder. Now just make a simple toggle and call it in your local script in this order, and you're done with a basic inventory system. Now, if you wanna add selling then, we will just make a simple function. Get your variables and stuff and set the sell amount to say 0. Now we're gonna first handle toggling sell mode. If the sell mode isn't enabled, then it will just enable sell mode. If the player clicks the sell button again, then it will fire to the server to sell and reset the stuff. Alright, this will basically see if the current amount is less than the max amount, which is the amount the player currently has. And this will subtract the amount by 1 until it gets down to a minimum of 1. Now to reset stuff when the player clicks slot. We can just copy this and paste it. 2 more steps. The first is to call it here under the toggle inventory, and now for the server script to make it actually sell. First, get replicated storage, your sell event, and the folder the item templates are in. Then we will catch the event and do a couple of checks. This one will make what's passed is correctly classified. If the amount is less than 1, then it ain't gonna do anything. Now, we will loop through the folder to look for the part. Now to get the folder the parts go into and the amount attribute from them, and the price attribute. Once that's done, we can just quickly reward the player. Last step is to clean up a little. So setting the amount attribute to subtract however much the player sold. If the amount is 0, then the item will be destroyed. Congrats, you made yourself a basic inventory system in less than 5 minutes. If this helped you, then perhaps you could like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next. Talk to you later.